What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Got some breaking news. Deontay Wilder has accepted George Foreman's offer to train him for his upcoming trilogy against Tyson Fury. It just came down in the wire, man. I was on the YouTube, man, looking at the Boxing Voice, man, and they're doing a show right now. But I'm here to tell you that Deontay Wilder has accepted the challenge of Big George Foreman. I think it's a great idea, man. Both of those guys, if you look at their careers, are very, very similar, in my opinion. Both of them guys have great right hands, and I think George Foreman will be able to show him how to deliver it a little bit more consistently. George Foreman was a guy that they said couldn't box. They say he was slow-footed. I think Muhammad Ali labeled him the mummy. But he had underrated boxing skills, just like Deontay Wilder has underrated boxing skills, man. You know, George Foreman in his heyday had a good jab, a good uppercut. Hopefully he can teach Deontay Wilder how to throw that uppercut, man. That's something that's missing from his offensive repertoire, man. Uppercut, you know, he's got the left jab in the right hand, and he's got the left hook that he throws that's underrated. A lot of people don't talk about, but he doesn't have an uppercut. Maybe George Foreman can show him how to get that uppercut. And I think George Foreman, another thing he'll do is show him how to close distance better to deliver that right hand, you know, to be right within range, but not too close where you're smothering your punches, but you're right in that range where you can deliver the power shots, man. I think he'll be able to show him that, man. I just think it's a good idea, man. George, that's a good idea. George Foreman is a good guy. That's a good motivational speaker, too, along with the technical skills of delivering power punches he'll be able to give to Deontay Wilder. I think he'll help him out as far as motivation, man, saying, hey, I lost my title to Muhammad Ali, got kind of embarrassed in that fight out there in Zaire, Africa. My reputation as a intimidating fighter kind of went out the window once I lost to Ali, and I was able to regain that back 10 years later when I knocked out Michael Moore. I think he'll be able to kind of, you know, relate to Deontay Wilder as far as getting your title took, and you know, a lot of people saying, well, maybe the blueprint is out on how to beat Deontay Wilder. You know, you bum rush him, and you know, you try to back him up, make him fight out the back foot, and you know, show that you can take his power shots. And he's a guy that can deal with that mentally, and he'll falter. Same thing they were saying about George Foreman, man. You can take his power shots and get him to kind of know that you can't get him out with just one shot. And stuff like that, and you're intimidated by him. You can stand in there and fight him and make it a tough mental warfare type of fight. He would go away. And that's some of the things they're trying to say about Deontay Wilder after the Fury fight when he was stopped in the 7th round. So I think it's a good idea, man. A good idea, man. He'll be in this. It's gonna make for great theater leading up to the fight, the trilogy going down July the 18th. The press conference is gonna be epic. George Foreman going to be the star of the press conference just as much as Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, man. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how it plays out, how it transpires, man. But that's the breaking news, man. George Foreman will be in the corner of Deontay Wilder for the upcoming trilogy with Tyson Fury. Now, what I don't know is what's going to be the pecking order. Is he going to be the head trainer? I would assume since he's bringing him in, he probably would be the head trainer. And will Jay Diaz move from head trainer down to second assistant, and will Mark Breland move down from second assistant to third assistant? And we'll see what happens on that front, man. But he's obviously going to be there to help him out, and then we'll learn about the structure of the team around Deontay Wilder leading up to that fight. But George Foreman is going to be in his corner, man. He offered to help him about a couple of days ago. I think about a week ago, actually. Last week he offered to train Deontay Wilder. A lot of people poo-pooed that, said, oh, man, it's just George out here clout chasing, man. George, go on, get on out here, George. Go sell you some more grills, man. Get up out of here, man. You tripping, man. You clout chasing Deontay Wilder. But obviously it was a sincere offer, and Deontay Wilder has taken him up on that offer, and it's going down, man. Again, George Foreman, Big George, is going to train the Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder for his upcoming trilogy against Tyson Fury. Going down July 18th, MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Nevada, man. It's going down there. You got to be there, be square, man. It's going down July the 18th, man. We'll see what happens, man. But that's what the news is, man. I think he's going to help him out, man. Another thing he can help him out is, before I close this video out, is the footwork. You know, Deontay Wilder keep his feet spread apart, and that kind of makes him be off balance a lot of times, and you know, stuff like that. He could easily, I'm surprised he haven't been knocked down multiple times throughout his career, Deontay Wilder, just because of his footwork, not because he don't have no chin, but his footwork is he keeps his legs so wide apart, he can easily be knocked off balance with like a body shot or or a shot to the head, or you're grappling, and once I'm grappling with you, I hit you with a shot, and your feet are so far apart, you end up falling down. They count that as a knockdown if the punch lands on your way down, before you go down. So I'm surprised he hasn't been knocked down before with the footwork. Maybe George Foreman kind of clean that up a little bit, make him, with George through his power shots, his feet was planted to the canvas, and he could get maximum power off his punches. Deontay Wilder was able to get away with that, with his footwork, with his legs spread apart. But I think he kind of did generate power like that because he always kept his legs spread apart where he could kind of lean into his shots and throw his shots like that, man. But that helps you out as far on the right hand sometimes. But sometimes when you're in the ring, man, a different real estate of the ring where you're fighting your opponent, you can't keep your legs that far apart all the time. You got to have your legs a little bit more closer aligned together, and you're able to throw those punches and be more consistent with them punches, especially like when you're in the middle of the ring. You're in the middle of the ring, and maybe when you're against the ropes and like that, and you got your opponent backed up on the ropes, or when you're against the ropes, if you got your legs a little bit more closer aligned, you're able to maneuver a little bit, land your shots, maybe spin the guy, spin him to the ropes, or spin out of there, get out of the corner if he got you in a bad spot as far as the real estate of the ring, get out of that corner, and turn them and reset, and then get ready to set your jab, stuff like that. You can do that better when your feet's closely aligned instead of far apart like that. So makes him, like I said, but for the most part, it makes him off balance, man. It kind of hinders him in fights. He hasn't, he's got that right hand that's always bailed him out. He's got a lot of heart, good jab, and he's able to overcome that. Freakish athleticism, and just a will to win, a non-belief that he's going to ever lose a fight has carried him thus far. But it's just a few things that he needs to clean up, and I think Big George will be able to help him out. Again, man, I'm happy to see this. I think it's a good thing, and let's get the fight started, man. Let's get the promotion started, man. I can't wait for the press conference, man. Can't wait for the fight, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. You think it's a good idea for George Foreman to train Deontay Wilder. If you think it is, if you think it's a bad idea, let me know in the comment section. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.